Hello everyone, this is Sandy Peng from ICP DAS. Today we have an international webinar and today's topic is Bring Industry 4.0 into your field with ICP DAS new products. And we have Joyce, Charlotte and I, Sandy, as today's speakers to introduce controller, signal conditioning, communication, and the IIoT. Let's start with the first topic, overview of the latest controllers provided by ICP DAS.
There are three parts of the new products about the controller and the signal conditioning, and I'm going to introduce IoT-based controller provide cloud connectivity, and the second, the first linear-based pack fully integrated with SOL PLC, and the final one is stabilizing signal convert process with signal conditioning module. And today I'm going to introduce the first new product about IoT-based controller, provide cloud connectivity for XP9K IoT and the XP9K IoT. And the first, let's see the roadmap of pack. Our pack size was from palm size to Rotmon. And you can see the line start on the left side. For example, Micro Pack 7K, Micro Pack 5K, and the G4514 series are for palm size. And the LP8K and the XP, AXP, EMP series are for Rotmon size. And let's start with the new products, XP9K IoT and the AXP9K IoT. We tidy up the spatial features of our new pack. The first one is the operating system is Windows 10 IoT, which is based on packs that combine computing and I/O, and provide the perfect solution for data acquisition and control in an individual pack. And the second one is that the new I/O modules, the E9K series, are only available to the AXP9K IoT pack series. And I will introduce the E9K series in the following few pages. And the final one is that the AXP9051 IoT series is the first i5 CPU pack in all pack series because most pack in ICP DAS was on best CPU. And what are their similarities and the differences? Okay, the same part is that their operating system is Windows 10 IoT, and which we mentioned previously, and the different parts are their CPU, slots, and the I/O type. It is equipped with an Intel E30A45, E3950, and the i5 8365UE CPU. And the special one is the AXP9051 IoT series. Its CPU is the fastest speed than the other products, and its slots are different from the other product we have. It has an even number of 0 to 6 slots because ICP DAS decides the giant heat sink fin and the fans to decrease 10 degrees of the CPU temperature and make electronic parts long life. It is a 180,000 hours. The time is about 20 years and is a long life fan with a smart fan function. And local I/O slots are available to use our i9K and the i97K series, but the AXP series adds E9K series I/O modules and the remote I/O expansion. What is the eBus? The eBus is E9K series. What is different from those three I/O modules? The E9K series modules are provided for combining a variety of I/O functions with the AXP or EMP series pack. And its bus type is PCIe-like, and its communication speed is the fastest than the others. And its connective of communication includes USB, PoE, and MotionEdge. About the connection of the eBus, only the AXP controller is available to use with the eBus. For example, there are two communication I/O modules. You can choose ePoE 400 or eUSB 400. And the ePoE 400 is an Ethernet communication module that supports full independence Intel Ethernet controllers. And you can also connect with Ethernet I/O modules such as the CL200 series. And eUSB 400 is an industrial-grade expansion module that supports full independence USB 3.0 ports. As you see, the solution on your bottom right corner is an eBus with USB 3.0 cameras. And you must know the USB 3.0 is the newest interface in the image market, and the benefits are high stability, simple plug and play function, and the features and the complaints make them suitable for industry complication. And if you are interested in the eBus series, you can check our ICP DAS website to get more information. First, Linux Best Pack fully integrated with SOA PLC for RPAC 2650AM. The following new product is the RPAC 2650AM, the new generation Linux Best Ring Graph Pack. This pack is equipped with a Cortex-A9 CPU and supports a dual redundant system. The benefits of running Linux on a Ring Graph Pack device include real-time capability, achievable deterministic control, and allowing pack can have a PC-like operating environment. It also has triple Ethernet ports, which can make an independent IP address for each port. You can see in the system architecture, the heartbeat function is to check the status of each pack's controller. So, what are the triple Ethernet ports? The LAN one is connected with PC and R packs. The LAN 2 is connected with two R packs for synchronizing. And the LAN 3 is connected with the lower I/O, and the layer switching speed is the highest when you have the problem in operation. When we mention Ring Graph, the following products are embedded Ring Graph of our company. Compared with other products, our RPAC 2650AM's operating system is Linux Best, and the CPU is the fastest than the others. The casing is made of metal, so it will be more stable and not easy to embrittle. And it also has an important redundancy function. Okay, you can see the pattern on the left side. From top to bottom, it means the product speed from high to slow, and only our RPAC 2650AM and the XP 8030A have redundancy function. And the best feature is that our RPAC 2650AM can be switched in 200 milliseconds, which is a fast speed in redundancy. For example, APAC 2650AM is applied to most conveyor belts because they always operate 24/7 in farms, airports, or factories. As we mentioned before, there are triple Ethernet ports. So, when the main APAC doesn't work or being an electrical breakdown, the main APAC can switch rapidly to the other backup APAC so that the whole system does not shut down to make the cost go up. So the application's design is more convenient and more practical. So I believe this is a necessary product for you. Stabilizing single-node comfort process with single-node conditioning module for DMM series. And what is the DMM? DMM series is a three-way isolation product, and its function is high voltage or high current transfer to low voltage or current, and can transfer the data to the PC to be read by remote I/O modules. And I will introduce it in more detail on the next page. Okay, let's start. For example, the DMM A31i series is applied to golf carts. You can see the application on this page. And the golf cart is powered by a direct current starting from the golf cart. Its high voltage passes the DMM series and will be attenuated to plus or minus 10 voltage. And now we got two ways in this application. Let me show you. The first one, please see the black line. It's equipped with RS485 and the analog input modules are M7017Z and the converter is TM7561 and the transfer the data to PC is by USB. Okay, but if you would like to operate faster, we also provide a way of orange line to you. It's equipped with Ethernet and be used with PET7H16M, which connects with Ethernet to PC and is easier on wiring work. The following is different from A31i and the A43VI. About the A31i series, its maximum voltage input range is from plus or minus 600 voltage, and the current input range is from plus or minus 50 amperes to plus or minus 2000 amperes. Moreover, it can be used with our Campbell CA040415 series to operate. And the A43VI series are voltage input attenuators. So the maximum input range is from plus or minus 600 voltage to plus or minus 800 voltage and can be attenuated to plus or minus 10 voltage. I'm going to introduce the DMM features. Please see the left side first. And the DMM A31i series is a one-channel voltage attenuators and one-channel current transformer. It provides high voltage and current input measurement. And the DMM A43VI series is a three-channel 600 or 800 voltage DC-AC voltage attenuator with channel-to-channel isolation. It provides a high voltage input measurement of 3000 VDC. Both provide 3000 VDC channel-to-channel isolation to avoid noise interference from inputs to outputs or channel-to-channel for protecting electrostatic discharge. The DNM products we mentioned can be used with the analog input modules to measure the high voltage and the current. If you have any questions or are interested in the DNM series, please check out ICP.'s website to get more information or email us after the webinar. Thank you. And the next speaker is Joyce. She will introduce our new communication products to you.
Hi everyone, I'm Joyce Zhong, and I'm from International Sales and Marketing Division of ICP Desk. As our controllers provide radio and cloud connectivity, the next thing you may wonder is how to further optimize your communication. ICP Desk provides many communication products and can meet your needs with our new products. Advanced gateway for communication, remote maintenance switch with scheduling function, Modbus TCP to IEC 61A50 gateway, and controller area network converter and bridge. So we have two products, MDC714 and MDCL705I, serving as an advanced gateway for communication. So what is MDC? MDC means Modbus Data Concentrator. It can release the loading on the host computer by helping it collect data from different devices and send all the data back to the computer together. And MDC provides expansion flexibility. When there are more and more connected devices, data to collect, you don't have to worry that your host computer will be overwhelmed with the large amount of data. The only thing you need to do is add an MDC. It can help you collect the mass amount of data. In this way, MDC improves system performance and stability, as you can see in the left picture. So when do you need the data concentrator? When you want to collect data from or to multiple Modbus slave devices, but you suffer from the low baud rate, so the whole process is really time consuming. Then MDC 714 will be your best choice. It can help you collect the data immediately. But you may wonder, what if there's a network outage? Will all the data lose? In this situation, MDCL705I provides a better solution with its data logger function, which can keep the data safe and sound in the microSD card. MDCL705I supports Modbus RTU master and slave on the serial port and Modbus TCP slave on the Ethernet interface. With its data logger function, it provides 120 parameters for each record, and users can select the log time intervals they want, for example, 5, 10, 30, 60 seconds, 10, 30 minutes, or 1, 4, 6, or 12 hours. The built-in web server allows users to import and export the configured CSV file via a simple mouse click, as you can see here. To download the log file, in the past and now, users need to log in the web page and download the file manually. But in the future, the file will be uploaded and backed up automatically on FTP. And as you can see here, the system timestamps the data with the real-time clock for subsequent analysis. Allows users to self-define the nickname of the file, stores acquired data in the microSD card, and supports up to 32 gigabytes microSD card, and stores the data for 4 years. The system checks errors in the configured CSV file automatically with the red mark to help solve problems immediately. Besides, users can check the connection of all the communication ports via the web server. For example, it can reveal the status to be good, timeout, or error. Last but not least, the system provides authentication or user management that requires the users to enter a username and password to access the web user interface. Now, I'm going to introduce a remote maintenance switch with the scheduling function, INS306. INS306 is a 6-port IoT PoE switch. Port 1 to 4 support power over Ethernet, while ports 5 to 6 support Ethernet. If you want to control the PoE switch in the factory, in the past, you should either do it manually in the factory or add the remote I/O module. However, now, with our new IoT switch, users can easily control PoE switch via the built-in web GUI by simply clicking the button to control on and off, as you can see here, the red button. And users can quickly configure and monitor the Ethernet status and PoE active power. In order to keep the PoE device healthy, our IoT switch enables users to configure the reboot schedule remotely in advance by simply following a few steps, as shown in the picture. First, select PoE port. Second, select interval between power off and on. Third, click the small box for setting reset time. Fourth, update settings. The functions of power on and off and reset are on the same page. Green buttons are for on and off, while red buttons are for reset. Users can select the precise time and the day they want to control their PoE devices. So, some clients may wonder how to connect non-PoE devices. Here's the solution. An NS200PS PoE splitter can connect non-PoE devices and provide 24 VDC for them. Let's move to the third product, Modbus TCP to IEC61850 gateway. It offers secure remote operations with the Select Before Operate feature, allows 9,600 Modbus registers in total, and provides ICD file via utility. Our gateway automatically maps Modbus registers to IEC61850 data objects via utility, and allows up to 32 Modbus clients and 5 IEC61850 MMS server connections. Here comes to the last part of the communication products, Controller Area Network Converter and Bridge. Before getting to the point, let's first have a brief comparison between RS485 and CAN bus. In terms of maximum bus length, RS485 can be 1.2 kilometers, and CAN bus supports up to 10 kilometers. In terms of number of masters, RS485 only allows a single master, while CAN bus has multi-masters. For the data rate at the same distance, CAN bus outperforms RS485 and can have the advanced error management that RS485 doesn't have. In the CAN system, if a message is not correctly received by a node, the telegram is destroyed by the recipient via an error frame and is therefore marked as invalid for all nodes. In this situation, the CAN controller will automatically repeat the transmit process again. This procedure ensures that all nodes only receive valid messages. Nodes that repeatedly transmit incorrect data or at first recognize received data as defective are automatically disconnected from the participation on the CAN bus. This guarantees that the defective CAN controllers or bus connections won't permanently disrupt data traffic. In the other situation, if two or more nodes begin sending messages at the same time in the CAN bus system, the message with the higher priority, as defined by a more dominant ID, will be transmitted first. The other potential transmitters will try to retransmit their messages when the bus becomes available next time. So no time is lost in the arbitration process. These advantages make CAN a very robust, secure, and reliable network. And that's why CAN is employed in many crucial or safety-related applications. For example, in vehicles, especially electrical vehicles and industrial plants. After we realize the differences between RS485 and CAN bus, let's see what are the differences between CAN and CAN-FD. CAN is a multi-master bus system with broadcasting capability. In the CAN protocol, the bus nodes do not have a specific address. Instead, the address information is contained in the identifiers of the transmitted messages, indicating the message content and the priority of the message for arbitration. It provides safe and efficient real-time monitoring. While CAN-FD is controller area network with flexible data rate. For capacity, CAN and CAN 2.0 supports 8 bytes, while CAN-FD supports 64 bytes. For data rate, CAN and CAN 2.0 supports 1 million bits per second, while CAN-FD, just as I mentioned before, supports flexible data rate. I-7532MFD is a two-port CAN and CAN-FD bridge. I-2533CSFD is a CAN and CAN-FD to single-mode fiber converter. I-7532MFD can extend CAN working distance, and it can allow CAN devices to quickly connect to CAN-FD network. It is compatible with CAN 2.0A, B, and FD. And it can match different CAN baud rates, as you can see here. So the baud rate of each port can be different for a high flexibility. And our I-2533CSFD can extend CAN and CAN-FD transmission distance via single-mode fiber optic. As you can see here, the distance can be up to 30 kilometers at any CAN and CAN-FD baud rate. What's the most important is that it is resistant to electromagnetic interference. Last but not least, it can also connect CAN and CAN-FD networks working at different baud rates. That's all for the communication products. Later, my partner Charlotte will continue to talk about the IIoT devices. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Charlotte Chen, the marketing specialist from ICP DAS. Today I'm going to introduce our IIoT related products. This introduction will be divided into 5 parts. First is Smart City Solutions with Airbox DL1000. Second, Water leakage detection with ISN 104. Third, industrial vibration monitoring. Fourth, another way to monitor your power panel. And last, illumination monitoring. So let's start our presentation. Smart City Solutions with Airbox. Our DL1000 is an airbox which can be used to record air quality, temperature, humidity, and dew point. For example, PM2.5, PM10, CO2, etc. It supports DCOM, Modbus, and MQTT protocols, and it supports RS485, Ethernet, and Wi-Fi communication interfaces. As you can see on the picture, on our DL1000, there's a gas and particle input and output.
Through the input and output design, the air quality measurement will be more precise. And the filters of the input and output are replaceable, so you can change and clean the filters easily. Sometimes, when you want to install the modules in some fields, you may worry about the water or the rain. For example, pig farm. When you want to wash your pigs, but you still need to be careful to not put the water on the sensor, it's not convenient. However, with our DL1000, you don't need to worry about it. Our DL1000 is IP43 protection. It's waterproof, so it's convenient if you want to put the module outdoors or in a field where you usually need to use the water. To reach data visualization, the data recorded by DL1000 can be collected by our WISE 5231 and be shown on a SCADA or LED display. The data can even be sent to a smartphone. You can monitor the real-time data easier and anywhere. To monitor the real-time data remotely, the collected data can also be sent to the cloud dashboard through WISE 5231. For example, we can know the real-time air quality of Taiwan on the internet through the cloud dashboard. DL1000 can be applied in many fields, including indoors and outdoors. Nowadays, to avoid the high level of CO2 concentration, which might cause people to feel sleepy or even to faint, the measurement of indoor air quality is important, especially in a place where there are many people or cars, for example, gyms and parkings. In the factories such as semiconductor fabrication plants and contact lens factories, the measurement of particulate matter is important because a small particulate matter might cause huge damage. With DL1000, it can help you to monitor the air quality and reduce the damage caused by particulate matter. Not only indoor air quality measurement is important, but also outdoor air quality measurement. Usually, the air pollution is serious at the construction sites or the city centers. We need to always monitor the air quality to ensure that pollution will not harm the health of people. To keep away from the noise of the city, people like to go to the mountain or the forest park to enjoy the fresh air and relax. The installation of DL1000 can detect the temperature, humidity, and air quality, and show the information to the tourists on LED display. Water leakage detection with ISN 104. Water leakage or a broken cable could cause many problems. If you can find the water leakage and fix it immediately, it might reduce many damages. Our ISN 104 module can be used to detect water leakage and cable break to help you do the leakage monitoring. Compared to our old water leakage detection module, ISN 101, the biggest difference is that ISN 104 has 4 channels instead of 1 channel. The 4 channels can connect with 4 sensors, and each sensor can be placed in different areas. The 4 channels with 4 sensors design can be used to replace the expensive addressable sensors. We have 3 different cables for our ISN 104. Water detection cable, waterproof plug male to female cable, and leader cable. Water detection cable is a sensor which can detect water leakage and is connected in the end part. Waterproof plug male to female cable is a sensor which can detect water leakage and cable break. It is connected in the middle part to connect other cables. Leader cable is a cable which has no detecting function. However, it's cheaper and can be used as an extension cord. If the sensor is not long enough for the area where you want to monitor, you can use the leader cable plus sensor to make up for the lack of the length. As you can see on the picture, the 4 channels can connect with 4 sensors. Each sensor can be placed at different areas. The detection cable can be connected in series, plus the leader cable. The length of cable can be extended. In addition, there is a built-in buzzer for the alarm. If the sensor detects the liquid leakage or a cable break, it will send the alarm to notify you. Industrial vibration monitoring. For vibration monitoring, we have 2 modules, ISN 711 MRTU and ISN 701X MTCP. The 2 modules can all detect speed, acceleration, and FFT. The difference between the 2 modules is that ISN 711 MRTU is for RS485 and ISN 701X MTCP is for RS485 and Ethernet. In addition, ISN 711 MRTU has an axis mains built-in sensor. However, ISN 701X MTCP needs to connect an external IEPE sensor. Our ISN 711 MRTU can monitor the vibration of the machines. With the built-in sensor, ISN 711 MRTU doesn't need to connect an external sensor and collect the data directly, then send it to SCADA through our MDC. About ISN 701X MTCP, it needs to connect an external sensor. For example, our ISN 701 series sensor. The collected data can be sent to SCADA and help you to do fault diagnosis and preventive maintenance of your machines. Our modules can also do edge computing. Through our modules, you can directly get the FFT and use the FFT converted spectrum value to analyze the cause of the failure. Another way to monitor your power panel. To monitor the power panel, we have ISN 812 MRTU, which is an IR temperature sensing module. It's a non-contact temperature measurement module, and it provides 768 IR pixels. Instead of measuring only a small part, infrared thermometer can measure a wider area. As you can see on the picture, the module can detect the temperature of the power panels without touching it. It's more convenient and safer, and the collected data can be sent to the SCADA system. You can see the real-time temperature on the SCADA. If there is any problem, the engineer can go to fix it immediately. However, the distance between the module and the detected item cannot be longer than 1 meter. In addition, it should not have a barrier between the module and the detected item. Otherwise, the measurement will not be precise. Illumination monitoring. For illumination monitoring, first, I will introduce our ISN 201E. ISN 201E can measure not only illumination, but also temperature and humidity. Our ISN 201E can help you to do building automation. When you install the module in the office or the living room, it will detect the illumination and send the data to HMI through WISE5231. With the built-in if-then-else logic engine of WISE5231, if the illumination is good enough, the interior lights will turn off automatically. Instead, if the illumination is bad, the interior lights will turn on automatically. The automation control will help you reduce the unnecessary cost of lighting. Besides ISN 201E, we also have DL110SWF and DL110E for illumination monitoring, which have IP67 protection. It can be used outdoors or at a place where it often needs to use the water. The two sensors can all measure illumination, temperature, and humidity. The difference between the two sensors is that DL110SWF can use Wi-Fi to communicate. It's more convenient when the area is too big or is not suitable for using the cables. You don't need to worry about the limitation of the cable. Greenhouse farming is more and more popular now. The advantage of greenhouse farming is that it can optimize the growing condition and reduce the risk of damage caused by the weather. Therefore, the control of illumination, temperature, and humidity is important. Greenhouse automation systems can use the DL series to monitor the growing environment. When it's too hot inside, the fan will turn on automatically. When it's too dark inside, the light will turn on automatically to ensure the illumination is bright enough. The automation control can help you to keep your greenhouse in the best condition. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. And don't forget to scan the QR code and complete the questionnaire. We will send you this PPT file after you complete it. Thank you.